The perfect drink.
The perfect drink.
The perfect drink. The perfect drink.
The Perfect Drink is a podcast that combines amazing cocktails with the kind of infinite wisdom that can only come from a lifetime of poor decisions. So take a journey with everybody's favorite bartender. We can make some drinks, have some laughs, and who knows, you might even learn a thing or two. See you soon.
Well, hey, everybody. It is old HRK here, coming at you live, recorded from Mugshots Bar and Grill, where I happen to be the best goddamn bartender in Homer Glen. Whatever the fuck that is worth. Coming in hot this morning from Indianapolis. Went to Indianapolis to visit my brother, who I have not seen in like 3 fucking years. So I made the trip out there Saturday afternoon. We went out Saturday, had some beers, and then Sunday I was going to come home, but I decided to stay. We went. He had to do some shit during the day, so I stumbled around. I went to there's a place called Tin Roof. Now there's a Tin Roof in Nashville, so there's a bar in Indianapolis that's a Nashville affiliate. It's called Tin Roof. They got live music, and I love live music, so I went there, and there was a drag show during the day, so I was not allowed in because you needed a ticket. So I went and down the street and hung out for a little bit, waited for the drag show to end. I could tell that it was over because 15 trannies walked down the fucking road dressed like fucking hookers. I was sitting next to this dude, and he like ran to the door to like check out these hot bitches, scantily clad. And I was like, buddy. He wouldn't listen to me. He went over and looked, and they were past at this point. So all you could see was their tranny asses shaking. And he was like, God damn. And I was like, you like that, buddy? He's like, yeah. And he comes back over, and I'm like, they're all dudes. So that was a tough break for him, but he handled it like a champ. Any fucking ways. Then my brother came back and met me, and we're gonna go to a basketball game because it's right across from Pacers, where the Pacers play. So I was like, let's go to a basketball game. You know what I mean? He's like, all right, yeah, fuck yeah. So I ran. I could see this fucking homeless looking dude. What do you call that when you're scalping tickets? You know. And there's cops everywhere directing traffic, like fucking everywhere. So I walk out of the Tin Roof Bar, and I go over to this cop, and I'm like, hey, am I allowed to buy tickets off that guy? Or are you going to arrest? I said, are you going to arrest me? Is it like a sting operation? And he's like, I can't say anything. And I was like, okay, like he wouldn't even make eye contact with me. He was like, I don't know nothing. I'm not, no comment is basically what he said. So I ran over and scalped 2 tickets for $30 off the hobo. Went back in the Tin Roof, and this dude was in there playing music, and he was just jamming. So me and my brother was like, we're having more fun fucking listening to this guy. So we hung out there till, for a few hours, and then we went home. And I was going to drive home last night, but I probably could have. I don't think it was the drunkenness, but I think I was all right by then. But I would have been super fucking tired. So I slept. I woke up at 3, got on the road, got to the fucking bar today, and met my cameraman, old trusty Willard Wilcox, who fucking was here on time. I was late, and then left my fucking key. So it was a real fucking morning. Anyways, enough about that. What else do we got going on? We got fucking World War III starting. Want to offer a big thanks to my boy Vladimir Putin for ending COVID. COVID's just over now because we got the war, so that's fucking sweet. I'll take a war over COVID any fucking day. Granted, it's not in my backyard, and I'm insensitive, so I don't really care, but COVID's over, so I'm excited about that. Fucking, I've been Googling shit about Russia a lot. I've been Googling shit about Russia, just trying to fucking, see what the fuck's real and what's not real and whatever. And then I was on Amazon Prime the other day, and this movie Eastern Promises came up, and I guarantee it's because I'm fucking Googling Russia all the time. So I watched this fucking movie Eastern Promises. It's like a Russian mob type movie. It's got Viggo Mortensen in it. So I'm like, this is probably all right. I watched this fucking movie, and there is, I shit you not, like a fucking 7-minute long naked fight scene, like full frontal. Viggo Mortensen's kicking dudes, and his dick's flopping around. It's fucking wild, man. And And they're like in a Russian bathhouse, you know, and it's like bloody. They're stabbing each other. It's weird. But anyways, 6 minutes. I'm watching these naked dudes fight. Their dicks are fighting while they're punching. It's fucking weird. They like wrestle a little bit. I couldn't even imagine. But the point of this story is I enjoy sleeping naked from time to time because it's comfy, you know. You just feel free. You're just out there, you know. And it occurred to me after I watched this movie that I never want to have to fight someone naked. Like, I don't want to fucking do that. That would be terrible. So I will no longer sleep naked for the fear that if someone breaks into my house, I'll have to fight them naked. I don't know. That's fucking thank you, Viggo Mortensen, for opening my eyes to that very real possibility. Plus, then what if the guy killed you? And the worst way to die is naked, right? The paramedics show up. Maybe you're not having like the best dick day. You know, it doesn't matter what your dick is like. You can have a bad dick day. And no one is above a bad dick day except maybe like 15 dudes. You know what I mean? So I don't know, laying there naked, bloody with like a bad dick day. The paramedics come in. Maybe it's a hot chick. You know, I don't know. No more sleeping naked for me. That's the moral of that fucking story. Quick comedy update. We got a show here at Mugshots March 21st. We got a great lineup. Jeannie Dugan is coming out. She's the queen of Chicago comedy, along with a couple other really great people. And my buddy GSJ is going to be providing the music for that show. Not a professional musician, but he's done some open mics, and he can sing, and he plays guitar, and he can play 4 chords, so he can play 275 songs. And so it's going to be fucking awesome. I'm excited about it. Just moved my dick a little bit there. Sorry, all this talk about bad dick days made me maybe check my dick day status. My nose is running. I swear to God, this is the second week in a row I look like a fucking cokehead on fucking national TV or whatever you want, on national YouTube. What else? I was going to plug the Brolo, but I feel like I haven't said anything with any fucking meat to it yet. So I'm going to save the Brolo plug for later. Let's get into ripping shots. Fucking ripping shots today. Remember I was telling you about Netflix and Eastern Promises. Speaking of Netflix, there's a new Netflix show called Love is Blind. Well, it's actually the second season, but Love is Blind. And this show is essentially this group of men and this group of women. It's a dating show, and they meet each other essentially like behind like a curtain, and they just like spend, I don't know, a week maybe, like interviewing each other essentially, like 6 guys, 6 girls, I don't fucking know. And then they like pick who they want to marry, and they literally fucking then get married sight unseen. You know what I mean? I wouldn't fucking buy a car sight unseen, let alone choose a fucking wife, but these dumb motherfuckers are just going for it. And they're picked by doctors, is what they say. A team of doctors, like, you know, psychologists or whatever the fuck, pick the right people. I think they just pick who's the most fucking insane. But with that, we're gonna make a flaming Dr. Pepper in honor of the doctors. A flaming Dr. Pepper, I've never made one, nor have I ever drank one, but essentially it's a shot of amaretto with a little bit of 151 proof rum on top, which is flammable. You light that bitch on fire, and then you drop it into a beer. Let's play the real fuck. We got Willard Wilcox here, and I'm neglecting his song. Let's do some ripping shots. Got the shakes today. Oh yeah, I'm a shaky Betty. Ripping shots. I've never done this. Let's see if this bitch lights on fire. Fuck yeah, we got fire. Let's kill this song. Let's pour this beer. Look at this fucking beauty. Man, it's like I'm a fucking bartender. So you take this, and I think you drop it in there, and then I think you drink it. Boop. Bottoms up. Ooh, I burned the fuck out of my hand. Okay, that's awesome. Tastes kind of like Dr. Pepper. I did burn my hand. I'm not shitting. I must have had some fucking rum on it. Ooh, excuse me. I hate when I got to slam something like that because it like the next 20 minutes is just like a never-ending series of burps. But anyway, so the ripping shots question, I got to get my head out of my ass, was what's the worst you've ever been duped by a person's pictures? And that relates to the show because, you know, you can't see what this person looks like. So, you know, I don't know, whatever. That was my question. And we had some fun answers. There was like the honorable mentions, like height and teeth were popular. You know, girls bitch about getting like height, lied about height. Like a guy says he's 6 foot and he's 5'10", and girls make a big fucking deal out of that. But I guarantee every girl that bitched about that on the thread is a girl that takes an overhead fucking titty pic on her dating profile, smashes her titties up overhead, straight down, so you can't see what's going on below the titties. You girls know what you do. So I don't want to hear fucking shit. I don't want to hear shit. Height, and teeth. If a guy doesn't smile in his pictures, that's a red flag. You should be smarter than that. But anyways, let's get into it. Christy from Kankakee said, she listed a couple things, but the one that stood out was she said one guy was not even remotely the same color. She's out there searching for some BBC and a nerdy white guy shows up. I don't know how the fuck. I mean, to me, what is she saying, that it's a different person, or it's just the same guy, but like he used some kind of crazy filter to look like he was a black dude, so that she'd think he was packing. A lot of dick references today. Holy cow! I don't know. There were maybe it was the tranny show in Indy that's got dicks on my mind. But anyways, Christy, you sound like a fucking racist. It's 2022. We should all be colorblind. Fucking broaden your horizons a little bit. Melissa from Orland Park says, I got duped by a guy who photoshopped. Oh, look, I spilled beer all over my phone. I'm an idiot. Who photoshopped his hair. Must have taken him fucking hours, because when I went there, bald spot, and he didn't have the game. She says because I went to his house, he had a bald spot, and he didn't have the game on Super Bowl Sunday or good food. I was livid. So essentially, Melissa did a first date. She did a first date where she went to a guy's Super Bowl party. That's kind of fucking weird, Melissa. Never go to a guy's house on the first date. You're just devaluing yourself right out of the gate. It's hard to respect a girl that comes to your house on the first date. Ladies, if you're listening and you go to a guy's house on the first date, I promise he does not respect you. Maybe you don't respect him, and that's fine. If it's just, if you're just out there, looking for the 15th dick reference on the Today Show, then that's fine. But I'm just saying, if you want a man to respect you, do not go to his house on the first date. Ashley didn't come to my house on the first date. We went to breakfast. We drank breakfast beers was our first date, which is just one step above going to someone's house, but it was enough for me to respect her. Any fucking ways. Super Bowl Sunday, guy fucking photoshopped in his hair. I wish someone would I'll bet Will could Photoshop in my hair. I could stop wearing a fucking backwards hat. I'm going to have to talk to him about that after the show. But yeah, because especially today, probably look like a hot bag of dicks. 16th dick reference. I probably look like shit today, having woken up this morning at 3 and gotten on the road and driven. That's the worst part about these awesome fucking cameras and this great fucking setup, is that you can really see the blemishes. I got like a fucking red thing on one of my eyes. I can't remember which one. I'm a mess. I didn't shave. I didn't clean any of this up today. I don't know. I'm rough. But, hopefully you just do the audio version this week. Last one. Julie from Marseille says, I got duped by a guy posting pics with him skinny, and he was actually like 400 pounds. Well, I just couldn't imagine. I couldn't imagine showing up on a date knowing that the gig is up. Do you think that they're not going to notice that you're 400 fucking pounds? You know what I mean? And I've had girls do this to me. I went on a date with a girl once, and she came to my house, which I just said so obviously I didn't even respect her out of the gate. But she came to my house, and she had these pictures. I checked out all her social media. She was lovely. This was years and years ago, and I lived in this condo where you walked up the stairs, and as she came up the stairs, I saw her face, and she was just as beautiful as in her fucking profile. And then her shoulders came up, and her titties, like all this stuff is appearing above the line of where the floor is, and she's coming up the stairs. And then her body just kept getting wider and wider and wider as she was coming up to the top of the stairs. And I was just like, oh, fucking God damn it, man. And I'm too much of a nice guy to, I've had girls say I just turn around and walk. Some of these messages where girls got duped, they'd be like, I just walked right out. I showed this girl a fucking nice time. You know what I mean? Like I couldn't go through with being a jerk to her. I think I even held hands with her on the way. We went and got ice cream, oddly enough. Big fucking broad. But I think I held her hand on the way back from ice cream. You know what I mean? I just want to make those big girls feel good. Probably got drunk and made out with her. I don't remember that much, but my point is, when you lie about that stuff, what do you think is going to happen? Although I guess in that girl's defense, it worked. You got to make out with old HRK, handsome son of a gun. So, maybe the fucking joke's on me. I don't know. But it's funny that she talked about. Like that person gained, was 400 pounds when she thought he was 180 or whatever. Because on this fucking show that we're talking about, a lot, like two of the characters, you know what I mean? Two of the contestants, I don't fucking know, but two of the women, like, used to be big girls and they lost a bunch of weight. And that's fucking wonderful, right? Like, that's wonderful. Good for you. Except the problem is that, look, I've seen TikToks where people are like showing off their weight loss and they got their arms out and there's just stuff hanging. You know what I'm saying? And look, God bless you for losing that weight. You know what I mean? You are the same person that became a slob in the first place. So, don't get too fucking, you can kind of go fuck yourself, but also you did, you lost the weight. So that's a thing. Good for you. But on TikTok, I mean, these motherfuckers look like flying squirrels. Like they got flaps. You know what I mean? So the point is, these girls on this show have lost a bunch of weight, and they don't fucking tell that to the guys. Like no one goes in there and says, "Yeah, I used to be 375 pounds." You know what I mean? And I don't think you can really ask questions about what they look like. I think you got to kind of fish around that and be like, well, do you like to work out? I mean, I don't fucking know. But the point is, I feel like if you're a person who lost a bunch of weight, you should tell. I mean, I've been as heavy as like 315 pounds, and then since then had been as light as like 210 pounds. So I mean, like that's over 100 pounds. But I'm a tall guy, and my 315 didn't look, I didn't look like fucking fat bastard from those Austin Powers movies. I was just like a big guy. My point is, if you're a person with all this skin stuff happening, I feel like you should give someone that disclaimer. You know what I mean? Because you can put clothes on, especially now that high-waisted jeans are in style. Like you can really hide that stuff, and then fucking the clothes come off. And it's what the fuck? Like then you're just stuck. And once the clothes come off, that's kind of past the point of no return, isn't it? Like, you know what I mean? Like once the clothes come off, I don't think anyone's like, I changed my mind. I think you just got to bang at that point, So it's like that's a rough one. It's like I don't know. It's like fucking. That's like interviewing a candidate for a job and it goes great. And then the background check comes back and they're a felon. like you think you met this wonderful person. They're probably still a wonderful person, but you know what I mean. This super hot person. And then they're a flying squirrel. So that's a fucking bummer. With that, let's make today's cocktail, which oddly enough is called the Flying Fucking Squirrel. I was Googling. When I do this, what I do is I just kind of fucking think of different names that will relate to the podcast, and I just see if there's a drink named after it. So I was Googling Mr. Personality, and I was Googling all this shit to see if it was a cocktail, and none of it was. And then I thought, what about fucking Flying Squirrel? And sure as fuck, there's a drink called Flying Squirrel. So what we're gonna do with the Flying Squirrel is we're gonna fucking salt the rim of this glass. It's funny, this is like the second week in a row where the drink is kind of like a knockoff of a standard margarita. But the Flying Squirrel, you're gonna fucking fill your glass with ice. You're gonna add about 1.5 ounces of tequila. You're gonna add a little fucking triple sec, which I got right here. You're gonna add a little lime juice. I know what you're thinking. HRK, this sounds like a fucking margarita, bro. Well, calm the fuck down, because you can add a little sour. It calls for sour. I don't fucking like sour mix. It's too tart, but I'll do a little dab. And then you top it off with some OJ. So it's basically like OJ is the mixer. You're probably supposed to use a tall glass, but whatever. We just make do around here. And that's the Flying Squirrel. Let's give this thing maybe we'll garnish it. We'll throw an orange on there so it's not such a ripoff of the orange is bigger than the fucking glass. Let's take a sip. Yeah, it tastes like a margarita with orange juice. Okay, not bad though. Not a bad drink. I don't know about salt in the orange. Maybe don't salt the rim. That's not important. So let's fucking so let's get into this fucking Love is Blind show. Could you fucking be with? It just begs the question, like, you know, can you fall in love with someone's personality? And of course you can. You know, that's 100% a thing. You could have a pen pal. Back in the day when like people wrote letters, you know what I'm saying, or some shit like that. You could have a pen pal, or you could have a fucking text buddy, or whatever, and you communicate with that person in a way where you start to get feelings. Especially if you're on a show where you're trying to fall in love, you're just tricking yourself. But whatever, you can most certainly fall in love with someone that you have not seen before. Absolutely, 100%. But the minute that you see them, if they're not attractive, you fall right out of love. And that's just a fucking fact. To act like fucking like the first season I watched, and they got lucky because the two of the more attractive people got together, and then like people matched up kind of accordingly to like their. There was one foreign girl that was real cute, and she married kind of a boner, and then but you know, so it's not 100%. But my point is. Looks are personality is good up to a certain point, but then looks fucking take over. And same thing goes for looks. Look, here's the thing. Like I said, I went on that date with that girl and I got drunk and I made out with her. Great personality, not much to look at. I got drunk and I made it work. I have done the exact same thing with super hot chicks that have terrible fucking personalities. And I can't say which is worse. I think it's a tie. I think a shitty personality is just as bad as not being attractive. You know what I mean. But if you're not attractive and you have a good personality, you probably land like the upper echelon sixes. You know what I mean? I don't fucking know where I'm going with this. Jesus Christ. Fucking 3-hour drive. I wish I was drunk. Oh, that's a different podcast. Okay. So I don't even know how far. I feel like we've been doing this for 10 minutes. It's going to be the shortest podcast ever. But the point is, you know, this show is fucking stupid. It's reality TV. I'm sure women love it. Women love reality TV. I think women love reality TV because they love to gossip about like their friends. Like, I went on a double date this past weekend, and Ashley and her friend just talked. Like, they just talked about people they knew. You know, like they just kind of dished the dirt. That's all they fucking did. And you know, like I think when girls get with their friends, they just talk shit about people. So this is my point. When you, if Sarah and Katie and Becky, whoever the fuck, all watch Real Housewives, right? They can get together and they can talk shit about the women on Real Housewives like they talk shit about their friends. And I think that's why women love reality TV, because it's like you have friends that you can gossip about, and women just fucking love that. You know what I mean? Guys, I don't know. I don't ever get with my buddies and talk about other buddies. It might be how is he doing, and then we might hype each other up. You know what I mean? Like I'll see Gabe and he'll tell me about our buddy Jared, and I'm like, Jared's killing it, blah blah blah. Like he just got a new job or whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? That's the thing that guys do. The girls just love to fucking trash each other, and I think that's why they love reality TV. But anyways, with that, I guess let's make this last call for alcohol. This is the worst podcast I've ever done, and I look probably fucking terrible. It's normally where I would slam the drink, but same as last week, it's 5 a.m, and I just don't feel like slamming a fucking margarita right now. Give me heartburn. So to sum things up, Netflix is wrong. Love is not blind. Love is very, love has 20/20 vision, motherfucker. And if you're not physically attractive, you know, the 10's not going to fall in love with a 4 unless he's got a boat. And even then, it's fake love. Don't sleep naked in case you get in a fight. And if you think you're going to go on a date with a black guy and you end up meeting a white guy on the date, give him a chance. Maybe he's got a big crank. Who knows? You know, guy could be part fucking, he could be, you know, he could be one of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's great grandkids, you know, who the fuck knows? So with that, this is old HRK signing off saying, you know, love is not blind. Go fuck yourself.
Thanks for listening to The Perfect Drink. Remember, you can always hear me first on Be Positive Radio every Monday at 1 p.m. If you miss me there, all episodes are available on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and anywhere else you might listen to your podcasts. Be sure to like, subscribe, and tell a friend. If you're interested in being a guest on the show or you just want to tell me how much you like me, feel free to send me an email at hrkpresents@gmail.com or just slide into my DMs like your mom does. See you next time.